Hi, this is my honest review after 2 solid years using the Artecho 48 color watercolor set. I'm going to tell you the one thing that I wish was just a little bit better about this product, but first I kind of want to highlight what we do like and just what they kind of function like. So as I said, it is 48 colors. This is how thick it is, and does have a joint there for a really good swivel, I feel like. So something is they do kind of get stuck a little bit, but also I actually like that that they're a little bit harder to get open, just because it makes sure that if there's some water in here, it's a little bit more stuck, because with kids and homeschooling and painting a lot, that is something that's kind of a issue, is sometimes we leave water. This is one that hasn't been used quite as much. As you can see, the color cakes here, they do kind of hold just a little bit of that extra color, but we do use the plastic lid for mixing, as you can see quite a bit there. And here is another one. So this one still has the original 3 brushes in it. The rest we just kind of keep on our other sets in our brush container. But this one has been used a bit more, as you can see there. But what I love best is these colors do last a long time for us. As I said, these are several years old, and some of them we haven't used as much, and then some of them, like, you can kind of see just barely little dip. Like this yellow we've used quite a bit, and it's just barely starting to dip down. And so these are a really great watercolor set for just longevity. And so the 3 brushes fit here in the crease perfectly. So you can shut it up, and you always have those 3 brush sizes. And then the one thing that I do kind of wish was just a little bit better was, while I do like how tight the lid fits, I feel like it can break. So this is one of them, and this was just from us dropping it on the kitchen table, and it wasn't too high of a drop and it chipped out. So that is something I have to watch, just because, as I said, sometimes water will leak out. This is probably our most used set. You can see the dip here is pretty deep. We've used quite a bit of the white there, lots of the brown. We use the brown here along this palette for just making colors a little bit more rich and more saturated, I feel like is probably the best word. But yeah, so this one is the most used, and again, we've just really loved it for several years as a homeschooling family, as we need all 3 of these. Oh, and then here's another one. Again, this one was the one that was dropped. This might have been dropped from the floor, or from above the floor. Kind of see there, but even with that crack, it still works really well. And yeah, has just been a really great addition to our homeschool, and in general, just to our home for crafting on the weekends. So I hope that this was helpful for you, and I highly recommend the Artecho 48 color watercolor palette set. Thank you.